Hey, this is James Pelton, and usually I like to talk more about passive income plays, but today we're going to talk about a long-term play. Okay, so this is some technology, I've talked about it before, I think could completely change our lives and the way that society operates. So this project is BioFi, Biometric Financial, and it's a project that sometimes gets overlooked when you're looking through my spreadsheets and things like that because there's not a ton of passive income from it. Again, it's more of a long-term play. But when you look at the long-term landscape of crypto and everything that's going on, I believe that BioFi maybe has the most potential of anything that I've seen. Again, it's on the Constellation network, and I love that ecosystem, so there's some good synergy. I think that's a word people use. There's good synergy there. It all comes back to security. Okay, so security has been a huge industry forever, but it used to be way easier to keep things secure than it is today. So you used to be able to just keep your data on papers, files, keep them at your office, and as long as you kept your office secure, you kept it locked, then for the most part, your data was secure. Obviously, that's changed with the invention of the internet and now the blockchain. Data's a lot easier to get to, which is good, but it also presents security challenges. Instead of just worrying about people coming to your office and picking the lock or something like that, you can have hackers from the other side of the world that through the internet and through the blockchain are trying to get into your data. So, and as technology evolves and the hackers evolve, security evolves along with that. But unfortunately, most security, when you have advances in security technology, usually those make your life more difficult. Okay, so there's a drawback. You get better security, but it's more inconvenient, less convenient. So for example, you used to be able to just type in a password. Okay, then they found, oh, people are messing up typing in their password. Let's make you type in your password 2 times to confirm that you have it right. So again, that's better security, but it's a little less convenient. You have to type your password in 2 times. Then sometime in the 2000s, they started adding all these rules to passwords. So you can't just do, your favorite child anymore. I guess you're not supposed to have favorite children. Your favorite pet anymore. Now you have to have special characters and a number and an uppercase letter and a lowercase letter. And they do all that to make it more secure because hackers can use brute force. If it's just letters, hackers can get in pretty easily, but it's made it less convenient. You can't just have an easy password that is easy to remember. It's got to be uppercase, lowercase, special characters, all that. Then the most recent one that I've noticed is the 2-factor authentication. So that makes it way more secure. Now, instead of just typing in a password to get in, you have to type in a password and you get a text message to your phone that you have to type in a code. So that makes it way more secure, but that's way less convenient. So that's why I'm really excited about biometrics. Biometrics are just physical characteristics that give you access to something. So for example, your face scan or your fingerprint or your voice or your, I always want to say eye print, but I know that's not the right word, but your eye scan. But you can add these physical characteristics as security measures to get access to your data. Google and Apple have already jumped on this, right? You have your Face ID where you can get into your phone by just looking at it. It scans your face, says, hey, that matches the Face ID we have on file, let's let you in. But biometrics, this is the first time I've seen added security that actually makes it more convenient. That's why I'm so excited about biometrics. It's now not only more secure, it has to have your face to get on, but it's also way more convenient. Rather than typing in a long password, just scan my face. But the biggest problem with this added security and this biometrics in Web 2.0 is centralization. So if you want Apple to unlock your phone with face scan, Apple has to have access to your face scan in order for that to happen. And they say now that face scan never leaves your phone, so it just stays on your phone. Whether or not that's true, I'm not convinced one way or the other. But one disadvantage of that is you can only use your Face ID on your phone. So you can't use your Apple Face ID to log into websites because it's stored only on your phone. If Apple kept it in a database, then Apple would have access to it. I don't think anyone really wants that. So that's where the blockchain comes in and BioFi. So BioFi is doing a similar thing. They're adding face print, voice, fingerprint to security, but they're storing the data on the blockchain, encrypted. So no one owns that data. You own it yourself. You can give access to it to whoever you want. Whichever apps you want to be able to log in with it, you can make that happen because it's on the blockchain. So this could be a huge game changer in data storage, but in the blockchain in general. So that's why I'm really excited about BioFi. Again, when I compare them to other crypto projects, another thing that I really love, we found this out in the bear market, is you need revenue streams. Okay, we can't rely on new people buying in. We need revenue streams to bring money into projects. And BioFi definitely has a lot of these revenue streams. For example, they have the Krptic Wallet, which lets you use your voice and your fingerprint and face scan to get access to a crypto wallet. So it's a crypto wallet just like MetaMask, Trust Wallet, or whatever, but it uses biometrics to let you in. They also have the UniSafe Box, which is a password manager, but again, uses biometrics for you to get access to the passwords. They're working on a phone. This should be out. The Phoenix X1 phone should be out sometime next year, but it's gonna be the first phone that is basically on the blockchain. So there's gonna be two parts to the phone. It's gonna be a normal phone, just like your iPhone or whatever, but then it's gonna have a second part that you use your face and your voice to log into, and then that is connected directly to the blockchain. But by far, BioFi's most popular product, and what I'm most excited about, is just the Say-tec technology. So again, it's just voice and face, but with APIs and able to integrate with other apps that want to use it. And that's where I think most of the revenue is going to come into BioFi, is going to be through the partnerships that they make. For example, there's an app in Africa, it's very popular, that's used to send money from one person to another. So like their version of PayPal. And they've partnered with Say-tec, with BioFi, to put Say-tec technology in front of this sending money. So before you can send money, they have to do a face recognition and a voice recognition to make it more secure and more convenient, and then the money can go out. And what that does is now there are millions of users in Africa of this Say-tec technology. And it wasn't that BioFi went out and found these people, they partnered with someone, and then their customers become BioFi customers. And from my perspective, BioFi does a better job of finding partners than almost any other business or company that I've ever seen. They're constantly coming to me, hey, we have a new partnership. There's huge potential there. A big partnership that they just announced, this is their work in the metaverse. I didn't even mention that. I'd love to have Brian from finnovant come on and just talk about what they're doing with the metaverse, because there's a lot there. We could do a whole video on just that. But BioFi has just partnered with the largest H-vec training company. And I hope this is okay to say. I always forget what information is private or not. My recommendation to people is, if you want data, if you want something to be kept secret, probably don't tell me, because I have a really bad memory. I will never purposely share alpha that I'm not supposed to, but sometimes I just forget, okay? I think this is public knowledge now. But they're partnered with the largest H-vec training company, and what they're going to be doing is, when they're training H-vec repair people, they're going to create a metaverse model of H-vec system. Then they can program in common problems with H-vec systems. I don't know anything about H-vec systems, so I couldn't tell you what some common problems are. Maybe stuffed animal stuck in the vent or something. I have no idea. I shouldn't have even tried. But what they're going to do is they can program these problems into the metaverse. They can hook up the repair person into the metaverse. Then virtually, the HVAC repair person can practice repairing in the metaverse before they come to your home and try to do it in real life. So they're partnered with BioFi, and they're paying BioFi for this service. And it's starting out kind of small. They're going to do 2 training programs, but then their plan is, we're going to do 2 training programs, and if those go well, we'll go to 10. If that works well, we'll go to another 10. And you can see how, if this is successful, this is something that could really grow into some significant revenue for the ecosystem. And I talked with Brian and the finnovant team last week, and I asked them, hey, as all this revenue is going to be coming in, what are you planning to do with revenue as it comes in? And their plans are, they're going to slowly buy BioFi off the open market. Slowly just be buying that BioFi off the market, which will make the price go up. And they're also going to be adding to liquidity, again, to help stabilize price. But again, it might not help too much in the short term. Again, we're in a really bad bear market, okay? If you look at the markets in general, not even in just in crypto, but stocks and bonds and everything, everything's way down. But for me, I believe that long term, this will be a good play. So this is one of the coins that I DCA into, and I'm not going to be selling any coins until we're at $100 million market cap at least. Another thing I like about BioFi is they're just structured more like a traditional business than most of the crypto projects. We're used to in crypto, where you invest some money and then you start getting 2% a day or whatever the case might be. That's not how traditional businesses work. Most traditional businesses, if you get into venture capital, you're going to be putting in, let's say $50,000, and then they'll say, hey, you'll see your first return in 18 months or something like that. And so that's more of the way I'm looking at BioFi is, hey, they're building something big, so I have a longer horizon that I'm looking at for the price to go up. So if you're super interested in BioFi, you love what they're doing, it's fine if you're not, by the way. This is not financial advice. I'm not telling you to invest in BioFi. I'm just telling you I'm excited about it. I'm investing in it. But here's what I want you to do if you want to get involved. The first thing, we'll start with some free options, okay? There's no reason to not do the free options. In fact, everybody watching, please do these things. The first is hit like on the video, okay? Completely free. No reason to not do it. Second, consider subscribing if you aren't already. Third, I want you to comment down below use cases. Try to think up some use cases for what biometrics could be used for. Again, just some of the things that I've been thinking through that I think, hey man, biometrics could really change the game with some of these is voting. We've been talking about election fraud or whatever the case might be. I'm not going to turn this into a political thing. I'm not even going to tell you my thoughts on it. But I know for a fact in Africa, especially, a lot of the elections, there's controversy about how legitimate they were. So one thing I see with biometrics is, hey, you could put votes on the blockchain. You could say one face for one vote or something like that. That's what you could call the campaign. I'm a marketer, so that's what I would call it. One face, one vote. And you could make sure that on the blockchain, all votes are being recorded, but there's only one face, and it has to be an alive face. But one face equals one vote. Another thing I was thinking of is, and actually this came from the team, but one of their goals, one of their dreams, is for you to never have to type in a password again on your computer. So I would love that. You imagine, I spend half my day, I feel like, just trying to remember forgot passwords. There's some websites that I click the lost password button every single time I come there. And if we could get biometrics more integrated into standard websites. Say-tec, BioFi's technology, can integrate with websites. Like your bank, in my opinion, should be using Face ID and should be using Say-tec to let you log into the bank. So hit like, subscribe, comment down below use cases. Also hop into the BioFi Telegram. So I'll leave a link down below. Follow them on Twitter, join their Discord. Again, all those things are completely free. Now, if you're wanting to get involved financially, right now, what I would do is just start dollar cost averaging in. So the BioFi token, I can show you how to buy it. You can get it either on Trader Joe, where you can just swap AVAX for BioFi, or if you want to buy it off market, you can buy it on the MEXC exchange. That's where they keep liquidity. And sometimes people ask, hey, why are they not on KuCoin or Binance? And the reason, KuCoin charges like $1 million to get your coin listed there. And just at this stage of the protocol, it doesn't make a lot of sense. But then once you have tokens bought, you can go into the dApp here. There is some passive income coming in, okay? So you can come in here as a user, connect your MetaMask wallet. See, wouldn't it have been nice if I could have just logged into my MetaMask wallet with my face, having to remember that password? But make sure you're on the AVAX network. So then if you don't already, you have to register to become part of the ecosystem, but I'll just log in. So when you log in, you have to sign a couple messages. Once you get in, you can see the different options you have for staking, and it's based on the number of BioFi that you have. And one thing that they're adding, and I'm so excited for this, you can see I have 4 million locked, and I have 12 million in my wallet, and actually I have another like 6 million locked in a different wallet. Because up until now, if you had a stake going, because I like to dollar cost average, and if you have a stake going, you couldn't add to that stake, so you had to start a new wallet if you wanted to do a new stake. But I think it's just about out. Maybe by the time this video's out, this feature will be ready, but you can actually add to your stake now. So if you're dollar cost averaging in, that will be very nice. But so for example, for 12 million, I would do the diamond platform, and these numbers are, this is if you don't use all the utilities. So like you get free UniSafe Box, that's the password manager. First access to the Node phone up here on this package. But if you don't use, you get 20%, 16%, or 12%. If you do use, it's 15%, 20%, 25% APR that you're getting on your stakes. So I hope that was helpful for you. Again, I hope that you enjoy not just short-term passive income, get in, get out type things, but some of the longer term where, hey, we can just relax, buy tokens and just relax. Let's wait 5 years. I'll do an update video in 5 years and we'll see how we're doing. So I appreciate all you guys. Again, really enjoy being able to look through these projects and just share about them. So thank you so much for watching and hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks.